Welcome to Sunday Setups. Today is the 24th of November 2019. Look out, guys. litcapital.co.uk launches on the 27th of November. That's this Wednesday. Lit Capital will be launching. For the first 100 subscribers, we will be providing you guys exclusive paid-for content. So please make sure you subscribe. Check our YouTube channel, Lit Capital. You know what to do. Every day is money day. Today we look into some charts. Jacob, take it away, bro.
Appreciate you, Vil. How you doing, guys? Hope you guys are well. I'm just going to run into some Sunday setups for you for the week to watch. Going to start with gold. Shout out to those who took this trade or who was eyeing up gold this week. We're in a bit of a range, but if we go into it in detail, we can see how price forced itself down and then began accelerating and actually made a new high. It broke the structure here and then came back, retested, and then we wanted it to fill the imbalance, but it didn't quite get there. So as it's now making higher highs, we are wanting this to push up yet again. So what we can see on the 1 hour, I just want to show you this last down candle here. So this is a last down candle before we got this explosive move up during last week. So what that then left was an imbalance just above. I'm hoping for price to come and fill this imbalance and play off of this last down candle before filling the imbalance above and taking out some of these highs that have liquidity and it's left behind liquidity and stuff like that. So this is a really good setup. I'll probably post this chart in the Telegram as well after this call's done, just to give you guys something to actually have set in stone. But really good. Well, it looks high probable to me. So we are hoping that this plays out some part in this week. If the market's open straight away into this candle, I'm not sure if I'll take the trade. I don't really like to take the trade, you know, on a Sunday night. I like to at least get to London session before analyzing if it's worth taking a trade. Just my preference. If you guys take trades in the evening times or you got your own trading window, then fair enough. As long as you're following a plan, can't knock you. But yeah, definitely keep your eye on this because it does look like a high probable setup with imbalance, institutional candle, and if we get the fib out, great fib zone, 88%. It's between 78 and 88%. So definitely high probable, and the risk to reward would be great as well. Mainly you probably risk 30-40 pips, but it's well over 100 to 150 pips, so it's definitely worth it. So just keep your eyes on that. I'm gonna go over to GU. GU is another one which I have in mind, going off of the 4 hour. You could, it's hard to, okay, I'll start on the daily for you guys. What we got here, we had as you can see, the pound's been bullish for weeks now, so a retracement was always expected. But one thing that caught my eye was this last down candle, which wiped out all these lows here. 4 hour candle's a bit more efficient, so it can show you the full picture. We had a low here, a lot of liquidity being designed, and then we had a last impulsive move down before having a reaction and heading that way. So this is another setup I'm waiting for. Like I said, depending on if it lines up before London session, I will be looking to enter this trade, because going off if we go on the daily again, there's a lot of liquidity designed here, whereas equal highs and stuff like that. And, you know, I will be trying to play a sell off of that candle as well, but we haven't quite reached that area. So I'm hoping we basically get down here and buy in order to sell. So that would be a great setup if we do get it. And yeah, you know, confluences on a 2 hour. we have confluences. So if I take this, as you can see, this last move exploded up, left this imbalance here. Imbalance on the 4 hour, obviously this is a 4-hour candle. So if we go to 4 hour, looks a bit more legitimate. So we have imbalance right before this institutional candle. It's just more confluences that make our trades, you know, a bit more probable as well as worth taking. So equal highs as well. So it's got a reason to go up because there is a lot of selling power up here. We've got a lot of sellers who were happy to sell here, they sell here, they sell here. So it's designed a lot of liquidity above. And we also have that last up candle as well for it to tag into. So this will be a buy to sell. So definitely look out for this. If you don't catch the sell, or if you don't catch the buy, sorry, and you're holding out for the sell, then fair enough. The sell is going to be a bit more worthwhile, but definitely a good setup either way. So definitely look out for that too this week. I'm going to go into Euro USD as well. Very similar setup for our. The only problem with this is the institutional candle is on a lower time frame, so it's very on a lower time frame. It's very hard. It's harder, I should say, to identify what candle you're playing off. But we have imbalance been designed here. We also have these two. This is a 4-hour candle, but it doesn't really show up on the 4 hour. But these are the last candles which pushed down before the market reversed. So definitely looking to play off of that in regards to, you know, multiple confluences. And we go on the daily. We have more imbalance above, and we also have a lot of liquidity above. So last week we was actually hoping to get a push into this higher up area, but we didn't. So hopefully we get a pull back down, and then it does fulfill at least the 1.11800 level before, you know, becoming a big sell, because Euro USD is bearish overall, but we can catch a short-term buy for sure. But on the weekly, we do have this overall target because, you know, a weekly imbalance hasn't been filled. So it does have a reason to come down even more and create a new lower low, but it's just, has it grabbed enough liquidity? We're not too sure yet. But yeah, this one here, it's not as set in stone because, you know, the institutional candle is on a lower time frame, and it doesn't really look as probable, but we do have reason to go up still in regards to imbalances and stuff like that on the higher time frame. So definitely watch for that as well. USD CAD, this is another one. If we zoom in, 4 hour, sorry, it's gone daily. I wanted it to spike above here. As we can see, we've got, you know, equal highs, relatively equal highs. Definitely a reason to go above and get that. We do have this overall target still in regards to having a big sell on this pair, but it's when and if it gets there. Anyone that's been following this pair knows that, you know, it's been ranging for a while now. There have been, you know, chances to get in and make some intraday trades on this, but the overall big target for the sell price hasn't got there yet, so remaining patient for that. But in the meantime, we zoom in, we do have this set up. So on I think it was Friday or Thursday, we had this big push down. So, you know, structure showing us that it pushed up and then started consolidating and then pushed down, and then it consolidated a bit more and pushed down. So for me, the structure on the 4 hour broke the bearish, and, you know, going off of this last up candle before we got the big impulsive move, I will be looking to play this back down to these areas. So it's another sell to buy. in regards to the overall move. So we had this last push down here, and then we started consolidating. So this is just a pullback, in my opinion, into these areas. So we have an imbalance here, and also reasons to come back lower before continuing this move up, as we did get an explosive move to the upside. So for me, I'm not actually looking at this candle. I am more looking at this candle here. You know what, let me just highlight it instead. So yeah, I believe it is this candle here. There's a lot more of a body. Sorry guys. Yeah, a lot more of a body there. So I believe it could be that one there. As you can see, that's what dipped the liquidity before, you know, making a bit of a triple more down. But for me, the big volume was in this candle here. So I do believe it could be that candle in order to become the bigger buy up. So yeah, playing off of this candle in order to sell. So definitely be alert for this. You know, if you do enter this trade, you're only going to risk about 25 pips, around that, 25 just above these areas here. So definitely good, should be a good intraday setup. So definitely keep your eye on that also. And the last pair that I am personally looking at is Euro NZD also. So for those that did catch this sell move that was put in the Telegram, fair play to you. For me, the overall structure is bullish though. Get rid of this fib here. I do believe it's bullish in order to come back to these, wipe out these areas above. So we had a big push down, then we had a lower high made, then a relatively equal lower low, and then we pushed up, and then this candle for me broke the structure to bullish, excuse me, and then it retested and it's continued. So for me, going on smaller time frame, even a 4 hour, we do expect price to play back into this last down candle before we got this explosive move. It tapped off the wick, but we don't really trade wicks. We like to trade the body and 50%. So we don't really trade the wick, and it did have a reaction, but for me, I still think it's going to come back lower before trying to make its way back up in order to take out this liquidity above. We was looking for a big sell up here, so it does have reason to get back up there. So it's just being patient and, you know, setting your alerts and, you know, waiting for the market to come to you. So this one here is definitely probable also. Excuse that was from the sell, as I was saying last week or two. But yeah, overall, we are bullish on this pair. It's just waiting for it to come back in this zone, which it should do. So big targets above, and also big selling areas that haven't been filled above. So definitely watch out for this. We'll be sure to update as well within the Telegram. Like I said, I'm definitely going to post the gold setup. They're definitely going to post the pound US setup. These ones here, do your own analysis on them. You might have a different analysis to me, but these are the ones that I'll be watching for the week. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Val, you want to take it out?
Yeah, thanks, Jay. So yeah, guys, make sure you watch out for the website launch 27th November. Copy the setups, guys. I get a lot of messages from people asking if setups are still valid. Make sure you're paying attention to our Telegram feeds. You know, we release updates every day. Make sure you're putting yourself in a position where you're securing the bag, because every day is money day. Let's go.